People forget just how up and down this whole thing is. You know, you lose to the last place team in the Atlantic, and then you beat the top team in the Atlantic the next night. So, I mean, really, can we all just acknowledge something here, okay? As much as we all know about hockey, and myself included, I feel like I do know a lot about this game, and so do you, okay? You know what I mean? What I think I know, I'm acknowledging is still only there's still a much bigger portion of this hockey thing that we don't understand yet. You know, how random it can be. So even though I feel like I know a lot, trust me when I say I'm humbled every day. I'm humbled every day by this game when you see stuff like this, where it's like anybody freaking out, you know, or even pointing out the flaws. Guys, I've been pointing out the flaws, right? I've been pointing out the flaws. Maybe they don't even have to change them. Right, Schnitzel? I'm not sure I can say that other part, but that's just my choice. You can say whatever you want in the chat, I promise. It's all good. It's just, you know, my kids watch, so I try not to make possible clips with cussing and swearing and stuff that they might come across. So, but welcome. By all means, sound off in the chat. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you saw tonight. I didn't see that much better of a play from the Toronto Maple Leafs, but first of all, they gotta win. So if you gotta win against a top team in the Atlantic, let's begin this conversation with who the F am I? Okay? And if I'm gonna do that, then anyone on Instagram later on when they see this or whatever, let's all acknowledge the Toronto Maple Leafs just beat the top team in the Atlantic. Who the F am I? Just like, who are you? Who are any of you? Who are the TSN people? Who are the Sportsnet people? Who are the Toronto Star and Toronto Sun people? What do we all know? The reality is, every day I'm reminded by this game, we know nothing. In the grand scheme of things, this game is so unbelievably random and passionate, and I love it because you just never know. It's an never-ending roller coaster that just keeps going up and down. Let's just recognize right now, none of us know nothing. All right, and that being said, I think I know a fair bit, and I think that something like tonight, it's not that the Leafs played much better. They played a much better game for the type of opponent they faced, right? It's not that the Leafs didn't play much better. I don't think they really did overall, but their style works for teams like Florida, teams like Tampa Bay Lightning. We've seen this. We've seen the Leafs beat Colorado. We've seen the Leafs beat top teams in the league. That's what they do. So when they get nickel and diamond against a team like Montreal and lose, I don't think it's that much concern when overall they're winning a lot of big games, a lot of big moments. And tonight, first time against Florida for the season, that's a nice 2 points to pick up. So let's all just acknowledge winning is winning in hockey, just like any sport. And it doesn't matter how you get the wins. It's your story, man. It's your unique story. And no outsiders like myself or the media or anything will ever completely understand what's going on in your heads because it's your story. So tonight is for the Leafs, man, because it was their story and they were like, boom, you know what? We're going to show everybody right now. Florida, you're done. You know what I mean? So I'm in, right? You guys know how I feel about hockey. This is what it's all about. If you turned your back on them before, you don't get to enjoy a moment like this as much. You probably still enjoy it, but I'm telling you, if you turned your back before saying this team is done, they can never win a cup, they'll never beat a top team like Florida or Tampa if they're losing against teams like Montreal, shut up. You don't know that. I don't know that. None of us know nothing. So you might as well be Leaf, okay? You might as well be Leaf because that's where I'm at. That's where I've always been at, and that's the whole point of all this. I'm not doing this to be right about hockey. That's just the fun part about stuff, right? I'm doing this for these guys. To give back what I can, right? I'm here to be part of the solution and not the problem. So I welcome all of you for coming out tonight and being a part of the solution. Even if you're an opposing fan, this is what it's about. Proud to be a Leafs fan because it's a roller coaster ride and you never know where it's going to end up, all right? Because Florida made several of the same mistakes that the Toronto Maple Leafs make on a daily basis. Right? Like a lot of the Leafs goals tonight were the same kind of goals I get mad about when the Leafs let them in. Right? Because Florida is designed to play that same style. Tampa is designed to play that same style. It's not an exact copy of each other. They've all got nuances that are different, but the theme is the same. High puck possession, high danger chances only, you know what I mean? That's what they're going for. That's what their whole play is designed for. Any chance you can go for offense, you take it, because you never know when you're gonna get another offensive chance. Nobody is calm playing without the puck. It's always about getting it back as quickly as possible and attacking as quickly as possible. That's how we're also gonna score goals and defend, keeping you busy. So when the Leafs play other modern teams like that, no matter how their nuances pan out, the Leafs do well, man. So all those teams that look like they're a threat to win the cup, the Leafs play those teams very well. But when teams just grind it out because they're the Montreal Canadiens and they just need to get through their season without embarrassing themselves, you know what? They play a smart game, they tighten up, they capitalize on a few chances, and you know what I mean? You catch the Leafs being naturally lazy a little bit. It's not laziness that they don't care or nothing, it's what happens to you. It's what happens to you when your mind is so focused on beating the bad boys of the league, right? Trying to be the type of team that can beat the top talents in the world, and then you go against Montreal, you get caught slipping sometimes. Often, in fact. Because your mind's not even in that. You're focused on the big picture. It's tough. It's tough. And that's why you see a loss like last night and then a win like tonight. This is hockey. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm pumped to see it. You know, in the end, it's what it's all about. It's about never knowing what's coming around the corner. It was an awesome night to be a Leafs fan. I hope you're all feeling it tonight. I'm feeling it. I'm not even really talking a lot of details right now, you know? So, you know, they're built to beat top teams. And here we go, right? Big night for JT as well. You know, it was good to see him back on the score sheet in some meaningful ways. You get Matthews getting the lead back for the Rocket race, right? I mean, it's a good night. It's a good night. You know, I thought the Leafs played a good game, obviously, but at the same time, you know, there's risks that Florida takes that are very much like Toronto's. So it's like, you know, you play a team that's not willing to take those risks, and you're going to get stuck offensively. And then what do, right? If you want to know quickly, you're talking about Nylander real quick before we... Hey, you are pumped, eh? S-Man, 616. I love all the soups in the chat and stuff. Hey, and all you old folks with the Maple Leafs beside your name there, you know, you're looking pretty sharp there, huh? With those beautiful Maple Leafs beside your names. You guys know how to get those. You guys know how to get those, man. So I encourage it. It looks very pretty in the chat. There's a certain elitism that comes along with it, right? So you guys want to talk about the Leafs real quick one more time about something? Let's just check. It might not be up to date. It might not be up to date right now. But as of at least last night, the Leafs top plus minus. Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess in the chat? Or you can just look it up faster than everybody else. Whatever. I'm not going to stop you from using the internet. I'm using the internet, right? But who's the top? Who's the top? No, not Hall. Good guess. Good guess, though. It's Michael Bunting. Good guess on the Hall, though. Michael Bunting, plus 22, man. Plus 22. Right? Kerfoot after that, plus 15. Brody, 14. Marner, 14. And Justin Hall at plus 13. Now, if we look at the people at the bottom, right? Starting with a guy we traded. He was the 30th on the team. Nick Ritchie, gone, minus 6. After that, guy going through a lot of health problems and stuff, right? Jake Muzzin. So that explains a lot of stuff there. Because, like, you're dealing with all that injury and never quite getting a rhythm in the league. And, you know, you're probably getting a little confused out there. You know what I mean? Even if it's just from just time off the ice. You know, no brain damage or nothing, but just, you know, you're coming back from injury. You're just a step behind. It takes a little while. And if it's constantly happening, it's tough to get a rhythm. So, Jake Muzzin at 31. Number 32 of 33, a minus 9, is John Tavares. Okay, John Tavares. And he's got 59 points, man. He's got 59 points and he's a minus 9. You know what I mean? And the number one, like 30th, 33rd of the team in plus minus, William Nylander in minus 13. Now, is it any coincidence that John Tavares, at times Jake Muzzin, and William Nylander are the most talked about guys when it comes to players that are struggling right now? Is that any coincidence at all? That those 2-3 names, whatever you want to use there, right, are the guys that are being talked about the most for falling behind, for struggling, for having battles this season where they're not really getting a lot of offense and stuff? Is it any coincidence You know what I mean? And if the whole point of a statistic is to convey information between people who did not see the footage quickly, just something to throw out there to be like, hey, before you watch the footage, keep this in mind. This is what the whole game kind of looked like quickly with some stats. Tell me how plus minus doesn't reflect that. Like, you know, I don't know how many times you have to prove it before people are like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, maybe that makes sense. At least give it a shot is all I'm saying, all right? And I want to get into what you guys are saying instead. So I want to thank everybody for following along. I want to thank you for all the bits and subscriptions, and those Maple Leafs are looking good. Thank you for following along on Instagram and following along on YouTube. I mean, if you're not doing this stuff, all of it, get it across the board, man. That's the only way to be the most involved with what's happening. We're making a difference, man. We're out there making a difference, racking up the positive-minded hockey fans that want to talk about the game. You know what I mean? So it's been a lot of fun, and we're making it grow. Thank you to all of you, and welcome to anybody new. All right? Now I want to get into what you guys are saying, because I don't think I have anything left there, all right? Boom!